instances of paranormal phenomena have been reported in this desolate place. Events that may reflect the area's tragic past.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Other Dangerous Podcast, where we talk all things paranormal. I'm Ken James, and this is Jason McKittrick.
Hey, folks.
And if it can haunt, howl, or dwell in the dark, we want to talk about it. And, ladies and gents,
it's fucking October.
It's October.
Oh.
Officially.
Did you hear that werewolf?
I had a good howl.
Right.
That was like
a 4? A 3?
That was like a 3. Yeah,
like a 3, yeah.
Because I'm in a room like you. I don't want to blow your face off, you know?
I mean, I wish you'd blow my tits off.
We'll talk later.
Okay. Sure.
But if you can haunt, howl, or dwell in the dark, we want to talk about it. And tonight...
A little conceptual episode,
yeah,
kind of.
I was thinking, I was at work, and I was like, what actually still scares me? Like, you know,
right.
like, and not on, like, you know, like we already said, like a home invader or something happened to a family member, a friend. Like, what in the paranormal world or supernatural am I still like, oh, man? Because, you know, I've had all kinds of experiences, and it's like, yeah, when they happen to, they're pretty shocking or scary, but it's not like, what actually still gives me that chill?
Yeah.
You know, that runs down my spine, that I'm like, ooh, and it really, happened. So we decided that we to reach out to the people out there and be like, hey, what actually scares you?
Right, and to reiterate, we know real world things scare you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that feeling you get, you know, Sunday night before you have to go into work on Monday morning, where you're just like...
I woke up this morning when my alarm went off at 8.
Yeah.
I woke up, I was like, I gotta go to work.
Yeah.
I had that moment that I'm like, oh, wait, no.
It's podcast day.
It's podcast day. Ooh. Oh, no.
It was like a Halloween treat just for you, Sarah.
Yeah, it was. At first, it was a nightmare. Then it was like, oh, wait, candy corn.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, but before we get into this, we're going to send it over to Jay for the next jump scare.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, sir. Okay, so this one comes to us from Debbie from the city of Portland, Oregon, not Maine. So Debbie tells us that she had this hair-raising story about something that hair-raising, I mean, obviously, that happened in 2013 when she worked as an insurance claims inspector. I was like, okay, I'm ready. She typically called her clients about 30 minutes before showing up for a site inspection. One day she called a client's home phone to let them know that she was on her way, and a very old-sounding woman answered the phone with what sounded like a poor, static-filled connection. Hello, can you hear me? Hello? After she was disconnected, she called back. There was no answer. She then tried the cell phone number on file, and a young woman answered, saying that she was out but would return within 30 minutes. When she arrived, the insurance inspector rang the doorbell, thinking that whoever initially answered the home phone would answer the door. However, no one did. A few moments later, the young woman who answered the cell phone arrived. Apologetic, the inspector explained that she might have woken up the younger woman's mother. The woman looked confused and scared and explained that there wasn't an older woman living in the house. After going inside, they checked the caller ID and discovered that when the inspector called, someone had answered the first call. The young woman became pale and terrified as she explained that she had recently moved into this home and had been telling her husband that she thought the house was haunted by an old woman. Yep.
I got the little tinglies.
Yeah. So, talk about things that scare you. I mean, and is that another ghost grandma? Probably.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Right. These ones kill me because it's like, we just moved into a new house, and then you start to think about all the people that lived there before you, and then these are the ones, we just moved in, you know, the inspector, like, because this just happened with us a couple months ago. The insurance claim inspector showed up, and, like, you know, they look at the house and everything. It's like, you know, but so then, you know, the person that she talked to on the phone was a ghost. Yeah.
I'd been dead for 13 years.
Yeah. No one's been living in your house for decades. So,
chew on that, motherfucker.
Yeah, so, thanks, Debbie. That's really terrifying. Like, what do you do after that? Like, do you just go, Well, the ghost picked up the phone.
Yeah,
and something actually picked it up. So that's the other level. Like, okay, so did like energy pick it up, or did something manifest and pick up the phone and go, we're all dead in here, and then just hung up or whatever she said? Yeah.
Well, the staticky part, right?
Yeah.
When she said the phone was staticky at that point. Right. So whatever, that old lady did, she like conjured all her like energy to like either take it off the hook or like dive into it, like Ghost Dad.
Ghost Dad.
Remember
Wow. Yeah.
He was in the phone.
Yeah.
But
Ghost Dad got canceled.
Yeah. Not the movie, the actor.
The actor,
but
right.
yeah. So yeah, I would say maybe like it was just like it used the energy to like just with the connection, or it was like
what,
it was a ghost woman that was just like, hello.
Yeah, she came up from the basement. She was like, they're calling me, and then she gets up. Her ghostly form shambles up the stairs, then goes over to the phone. I imagine a wall phone. I don't know why.
Yeah, same.
Picks it up. Hello.
Yeah. Why are we doing that voice too? We both were doing like a.
Because I fuck around. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Because that's what we've been doing for the last half hour before we started
exactly.
recording.
Yeah, we have been doing that.
So we're in cartoon mode.
Yeah, we are.
Goblin mode even.
Hey, October, man.
Yeah, we're
getting the goblin mode.
It's October, folks. We made it. We fucking made it.
Yeah, we did. Whoa, wait, whoa. Something just came across the Other Ages Podcast news desk.
Oh, good.
It's another haunted headline.
Oh, baby.
Haunted headlines.
This week's haunted headline, as I almost knock over a almost priceless piece of art.
It's not priceless,
know,
but
to you it is. Yes.
Ken, you're the only priceless thing in this room.
Kenny Dump's Pumpkin Boy, 2022. Demi Lovato says the term alien is offensive to extraterrestrials.
How does she know?
Well, Jack. Demi Lovato, musician, actor, and UFO advocate.
What is she advocating for?
UFOs? I don't know what the fuck.
I don't think they need any help.
Has warned against us using the term alien to describe extraterrestrials, as our outer space friends may find it offensive. I don't think they're... Oh, anyway. In an interview with the Pedestrian TV to promote their new series, Unidentified with Demi Lovato, the actor said, "We have to stop calling them aliens, because aliens is a derogatory term for anything. That's why I like to call them ETs."
But alien and extraterrestrial are interchangeable. That's literally what it means.
Although Lovato doesn't expand on their reason behind this, it's likely they're referring to the laws used of the term alien to describe migrants, of course. In January, as U.S. President Joe Biden introduced his immigration reform bill, he proposed removing the word alien from the country's immigration laws, which activists have described as dehumanizing.
But we're not talking about humans. We're talking about extraterrestrials, which are literally the term alien.
If extraterrestrials would find them offensive, or would even be able to comprehend the meaning of the word, but I guess Lovato was on a mission to find out.
She sure is on a mission, and it's to get crazier every time she opens her mouth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not...
What do you think Zip Zap and Gleep Corp would have to say about this?
They're laughing somewhere right now.
We've already picked her up 30 times and taken pieces of her brain every time. Yeah.
Pump regulators right now. I'm in a good mood. They would be laughing because it's a silly concept.
I think it's just a reason just to open her mouth. I mean, we were talking about it because it pertains to us, but yeah. The things they do in their ships right now, we're seeing this shit going on, they don't give up. Fuck what we say.
Yeah, because we're ants.
Yeah.
We're we're no thoughts,
Exactly.
It's like,
we're beneath contempt.
Yeah. It's like, let's take out his rib cage and fuck his head.
Exactly. Why?
Yeah.
Just because, for the lulz.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Did you ever hold a magnifying glass over ants?
Wow. Well, I didn't know that. I never expected that extraterrestrials, literal space aliens, to be brought into this. But
here we are.
Yeah. Well, and I think we've given it enough attention. That's it.
Agreed. All right. So on to tonight's topic. So like I said, we polled on social media. I reached out in different group chats and such, talked to people, asked them.
Yeah.
What in the world of the paranormal supernatural actually scares you.
Right. You said, hold on, edgelords.
Yeah.
Not the fun comments.
Yeah. Oh, and those were great. You know, everyone's such a the wiseacres. You know, wiseacres come out to play. They always, this is gonna slay. You know,
knuckleheads.
Yeah, knuckleheads. Yeah, this is gonna slay. You know, and you're like, and you see it in the first one immediately is like someone like,
yeah, they're expecting you to laugh, and you look at it, your expression is literally like.
Yeah,
and you just go about your day.
Yeah, well, my first few were just like, thanks for the help.
Yeah,
thanks.
Yeah, I hear you. Well,
and then they follow up with like a real one after that. Like, he's not amused.
Yeah, no, it's all good, and we appreciate everyone playing. You know, and they know that we're assholes, so they had to they get it.
Yeah,
they get it. So.
Sure.
But I noticed, and we both noticed that what was at the top, man? We clustered these together, but so we have possession / exorcism / demonism, evil spirits, and energies.
Right. So any kind of demonic entity that can take over your body, make you twist your head around. Yeah. You know, punch a dog. I don't know what demons would do, but
like you mean Jack Black when he kicked the dog off the bridge?
Yeah.
Now this is happening.
Yeah.
That's how I roll. Yeah.
Yeah. So any kind of, and like and another one I got with this too is the movie The Exorcist, right? Because it did a hell of a job, depicting how horrible that would be. To be in that situation.
Well, it's all at the feet of The Exorcist, because that's the thing that literally started, hey, Ouija boards are bad.
Right.
Literally started with that movie.
Yeah.
So I totally get it. I mean, if you're in the realm of, belief in this kind of stuff, I think a demon would probably be the scariest fucking thing you can think of.
Right.
Aside from the devil himself. So I totally get it. And possession is, even if it's not demonic, like possession, like the idea that like you're not in control of your body, like going out there just fucking your whole life up, but you're in there and you can see what you're doing, but your body's out there like punching kids in the throat, emptying your bank account, murdering your wife, like it
goes into your bedroom, breaks all your Legos.
How long did this take? You fuck. Lights your toys and books on fire.
You're banging on the mirror, like the window that is your eyes.
No, not that. Yeah. So, I mean...
Doesn't flush, gets up,
Yeah, exactly. As hilarious as that sounds, in reality, you'd be like, God.
Yeah, because look, and if any depiction of it, or any of like the real case, like Emily Rose, or what's her real name?
The German girl?
Yeah. And
hold on, it's on the tip of my tongue. Annalisa... I think it's Annalisa Rose.
I believe it's Annalisa Rose.
Yeah.
And anytime you see it the way it looks, it looks uncomfortable.
It does. She was just abused to death, though.
Right.
There was no possession. There was a priest having a good time.
Yeah. Right. Well,
I need more money to get this demon out of here, and then they're not looking. He was like, no, she's good.
Yeah, she can't eat. She can't eat. She can't eat.
Exactly.
Well, that's the thing too, because like when you talk about this, right? It's all about the cell with possessions or all this kind of deal. Like you got people that make their bones off it. Look at the Warrens, it's that thing, because people are truly scared of this.
Sure.
Right?
Oh yeah. No, I've encountered many people.
And what's the best way to make money, make a business, or make a show or entertainment? People's fear.
Yeah.
You just go like, oh no, this is look at Zach Beckett.
Sure. Well.
Yeah. But in the same breath, I'm saying, even if you have the slightest real belief in it, you know that anyone else that does, you could come up with a whole slew of your own rules.
Oh yeah.
And just impart it down to the masses, and people will eat it up because they don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know. They never picked up a demonology book.
No.
Neither have I, because I don't like fiction. But I'm just kidding.
Right. Hey, remember when it what was this? This is over 10 years ago at this point. But then when like sleep paralysis like really hit the scene, and like, dude, this is it. This explains it all.
Yeah.
And it kind of does. But then they started to backpedal. Like, yeah, but what if demons are creating the paralysis?
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man.
Yeah. There's just a big horse in the corner of the room. The nightmare, it's like looking at you.
Yeah.
And some little goblin creatures on your chest, or an old hag.
Yeah.
I mean, does it explain it? I mean, sure, for the most part, I'd say. But, then there's the other cases where, like, you have the documented, like priest, but what was the one that he locked himself away at the end of his illustrious career, and, like, took the demon from the child? They just, like, kept him in this one. Remember that story?
No.
Yeah, it's a big one. I forget the name of it. He was some I think he was Italian.
We know he was Italian.
Yeah, right.
Wait, is she Italian? Yeah. Take her to Benihana. Sorry.
So, yeah, like, you have all these stories that are well documented by, the Catholic Church and all these different people, and it's like all these steps. Well, what do you think that's about? Like, let's say if it's not real. Let's say if they go through all these steps to, like, okay an exorcism.
Okay,
right?
yeah. Yep.
So what is, like, the steps where is it like this case is beyond, like, they'll believe us? Like, is it like they'll believe us?
I think it just comes down to, I don't know who they have to go to like get the actual approval. I don't know if it's the Pope himself, or if it's like a local bishop or cardinal. I don't know, but it seems to be that, like, obviously the more rural the community, you're gonna have more of these beliefs. Like the people that dig up bodies and like burn the hearts of people because they're vampires. Yeah, same kind of thing. But
and what was that? What was the last time that happened? In '87?
No, it happened in Romania in like
2013.
Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah.
They ain't fucking around over there. No. They fuck around. That's what they do. So, what's going on there? I think it's really just like, I think it goes with like, okay, here's this community. They have deep belief in this demonic stuff. So I think they'll make the call like, okay, they really believe in this stuff. The only thing that's going to make it stop is if we actually send out a priest who's like sincere saying, okay, I'll come get rid of this demon.
Right.
I think it goes that way. That's why you don't see it around here.
So do you think the priest himself is sincere, but like the guy that gets the phone call and they approve him, he goes, oh, okay. And he hangs up the phone and he's like, we got one, and like the guy in the background's like,
that would be here, but in like European countries, they're like, you've been activated. Yeah. He's like, and then he just gets up. He's like, yeah. He's like, si, signore. And then he puts the cigarette out and he comes out. He puts on his black vestments. He gets all his shit together.
Like some sick ass,
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Something.
That's cool. He's got his...
No, he start packing up. It's like... I'm
an outlaw.
Yeah. So, I think it's... Exactly. So, I think that they're used for, like, the type that you're going to get from the church is the type that's needed for that situation. They're not dumb. These people, they know what the fuck they're doing. Yeah. So, that, in my personal opinion, that's what I think is happening.
Right.
You couldn't do that here anymore because people will be all over it. They're like, really? He's coming to exorcise somebody? Yeah. Is that what we're talking about?
Right.
So, that's what I think is going on there. And I think it's just, but I totally get, I don't believe in it at all, but I totally get why people would... If they believed in this stuff, why that would be fucking scary. Because if that was real, that's that's the scariest thing you can think of.
Right. I'm not saying that I don't believe in it at all, but it's highly doubtful for me. Just because even if like I do have my belief, in whatever higher power, I'm like, I got that, whatever.
Yeah, I just go by what I've seen.
A demon shows up, you hear. Dum,
So then they come by every day then.
Right.
No, I just go by what I see, and I've never seen that. I've never seen anything to confirm that at all. So I just have to go by what I know from my own personal experiences. Right. I can't go by what somebody else told me.
Yeah.
Because it's not reliable to me.
Remember,
so
devil's greatest trick was convincing the world he doesn't.
Yeah, it's a cute saying for certain types of people.
Yeah, right. Right. Well, okay, yeah, so that's where we kind of are on that, and it is scary, it is terrifying, and it's like it was almost everyone's.
It was a lot in there, and I totally get it, because that's deep in the collective unconscious.
Right.
And I think there's even an entry on that in Tobin's Spirit Guide. I believe it, Spade's catalog.
It's in both, probably, I would imagine.
Probably.
Chapters, dog.
Hell yeah. But we had a bunch of others, and we're going to go over them because it's just good times. But the next one I really liked was from your boy Eric. The Sanity shattering creatures, like things that you can't comprehend, and if you try to, you go insane. Yeah. Eric, have you read Lovecraft?
Yeah,
that's literally what his stuff is about.
He's listening right now, like, no, I'm not going to do that. No.
You don't have to read it. I'm just telling you. There's, that's a great concept, because it's like that's not a very common one that people think about. Think about an entity that it's around. It's somewhere. If you can perceive it, you're going to go mad.
Right. Exactly.
It's like, so don't look at it, because if you do, done.
Right, and you know what that kind of reminded me of, and I do want to stay on this topic, but there was that guy that claimed to be like a space marine.
Okay.
That was saying that he worked for, you know, the military, U.S. military.
This wasn't the nightclub guy who looks like Blade, is it?
No, this guy, no. This guy, like, no one ever saw him. He was on, like, threads, and he went under, like, 4 different names.
Okay.
And he knew a lot about the space program.
Yeah.
He knew, like, more than he should about military operations.
Okay.
And also, he knew about patches, right? Like, the different patches. And he said, this was the one that we went under. And, like, the one, like, if you go and look, there's some weird Air Force patches. Like, ones that actually have extraterrestrials. Yeah. One that has, like, a dragon with stars. Like, it's weird. But he was saying that, like...
Wait, so Stars exists?
Not that Stars.
Oh, okay.
No, we're not talking Resident Evil. Yeah, we're not. Which I wish. Yeah,
I wish.
Dude, I would love to be in Stars. That'd be sick.
I just want that one giant vampire woman to be real.
Yeah, you do. Lady Demiscu or whatever you're saying.
Yeah. Sorry.
But he was saying one of the things is that anyone that, you know, he served with, some of these entities that they would encounter.
Yeah.
Some are the size of like rooms. Some are like, and he would say you would have to go through months of deprogramming.
Yeah.
Because it was sanity shattering. Like, people would go crazy seeing some of these, like, you can't comprehend these alien beings.
Yeah.
And when he said that, I was like, oh shit, that's right back to Guitar Center, the computer I was working, like, when I was, like, first reading about it on
it's crazy.
topsecret.com.
There it is. It's crazy, too, because what's been described because this is what's been described with these types of creatures, you know, in fiction, but now, like, reading about it, like, people actually thinking that, you know, it's real, is, like... There was one story where they describe it as like you're seeing this creature, and because you're seeing it, because it doesn't fit into your like conception of reality, it's actually altering reality as you look at it. Yeah, there it is. It got in. Yeah, so as you're looking at it, you're like everything's different now.
Yeah.
Because you saw this thing. Yeah. Yeah. We're falling fast.
Yeah. I felt like I was for a second there. Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Whee! Okay.
Yeah. And then if you just go for the easy version is, you know, Cthulhu. If you can't look at him. You literally can't. Humans can't look at him. If you look at him, you just go insane and you die.
Yeah.
Because it's so far outside of our realm of like
your brain just takes a shit.
Yeah, this is an animal, this is a person, this does this is gravity, we move, we wake up, the sun goes this way, we go this way, like no, looking at this thing just fucks all that. It knocks it all off the table.
Yeah, you bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
Stupid understanding bullshit.
Right. So, kudos to Eric here with this one, because that's a great one, because everything else is just like whatever. Like this is like there's a little ghost in your house. Yeah. How about this fucking thing?
Yeah.
You don't even perceive reality the same way anymore.
Spooky ghost jag off.
Yeah, they make you see colors that you've never seen before. Yeah, colors that are different.
Yeah, out in space.
Think about that.
Yeah, I did. I am.
Here's all the colors. There's colors you've never seen before. Try to think about that.
Don't like that. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Should we dim the lights? I don't...
We can.
Anyway.
You dying?
I might be. My brain might be taking a shit.
Hold on, I'll turn the lights down. We got 10 minutes into the first episode.
There we go. Yeah, I was seeing too vividly there. I needed to take the edge off there. It was a little too sharp for me.
I'm cold.
Yeah, back to spooky ghosts. Like,
All right, so the next one came up was Poltergeist, an old classic. I totally understand that.
Yeah, totally. Like, once again, I mean, it's just like, another guy I work with, one of his we went into this. He was like, I think about, he's like, no one really creeped me out back then. He's like, I think about who lived in my house before me and like them moving stuff or watching me.
Yeah.
And like, the poltergeist would be the act of being noisier, louder, moving shit. But you imagine they're there first, just like, oh, this fucking motherfucker comes in here, I'm slamming that cabinet. Like.
Yeah, or they're another level of like reality on top of ours that they're existing and that we can't see. Or they're in another time making these noises.
Right.
Or we're making noises too, and we're poltergeists to them, and vice versa.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that I like.
Yeah, because it's a different way of looking at it. It's not just a spooky ghost in the corner.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's not just some sheet with eyes cut out.
It's like some kind of nexus, like the two things came together, and where they touch is like where this happens.
Yeah.
It's like, and I like that. But then, if you don't want to go that deep, just the idea that there's this thing in your house making these noises, and it knows you're there, and it knows you're getting freaked out, and it waits. It's like, when should we do this? Wait till that motherfucker's asleep. Wait till like 2:45 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then fucking knock all the pans over.
Yeah. And then they hop in your crawl space in your bedroom.
Yeah. And then he puts the pans back, have him go upstairs, and then knock him over again as soon as he gets in bed.
Yeah. You really want to fuck with this guy?
Yeah. You really want to fuck with this guy?
Knock over a picture of his grandmother in the bed, you know?
Steal more and more of his wife's panties.
And then, like, 2 months later, he ends up killing her, and the ghosts are like, dude, you shouldn't have grabbed so many panties. What are you thinking? He's like, you're the one who fucking came out with that.
And then he comes downstairs, they're all piled on the kitchen table.
Yeah.
And then you're just like,
Hon?
I gotta check the cameras.
Yeah.
No, Poltergeist, love it.
Yeah.
So the next coming up, we had haunted items.
Right.
Love that concept.
Haunted items, yeah. Because there's a lot of real good ones, and I'm not talking about fucking Annabelle.
What do you mean?
It's a Raggedy Ann doll that they made a movie. They made the Raggedy Ann doll into a spooky doll because that wouldn't hold up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And it's in a case.
It's like, don't open
And then you
this.
take the tarot card that says the devil and you stick it on the top because then it makes it demonic.
Yeah, right.
Even though the devil in the tarot has nothing to do with the real devil.
Yeah. Anyway.
I mean, it does because it's all fake, but...
Still, the couple that get me, one is Robert the Doll. I like the Robert the Doll one.
It's just creepy as fuck looking.
Well, and also the story behind it too. Like, let's not even go into the hauntings. Let's go to the kid.
Yep.
That even as an adult.
Yep.
Like, he moved away, he came back.
Yep.
You know, and he was still like, Robert did it. You know, like, it was Robert.
There's a lot of them that I think that are legit. I mean, you know, we talked about on one of the previous episodes, a Little Bastard, James Dean's car. They used the parts. Then there's that one famous one that airliner that crashed into the Florida Everglades, and they used parts from it on other, because, you know, it's expensive as fuck, so they were able to salvage parts, and every plane that they put it in, ghosts would show up. Like, just the famous one where the captain showed up sitting in one of the passenger seats, and like 30 people saw it. It's one of the best ones I've ever heard of. We'll do a whole episode on that, because it's this one flight, they used all these parts. It was like human error all the way that made it happen, but then they used the parts, and like every aircraft that they used it for, they saw ghosts on every single one, and it was like, it wasn't even just like isolated incidents. It was just like,
that's awful.
Yeah.
You remember what? You know what one?
That's a haunted item to me.
No, you know what one really? Remember, we talk about this a lot. The JK Cinema.
Oh yeah.
They talked about how the Teddy Ruxpin doll came to be.
Yes, the haunted bear. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the construction crew was just like, I can't fucking work anymore.
Yeah.
This fucking doll that's not like a talking doll. It's way before that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And then it would get up and walk around, and then like one of the construction crews was like, I got this great idea for a toy.
Yeah.
It's a doll. You know, like that's like. That's fucking nuts.
That's nuts. And then a little more of a local haunt kind of history thing. In Philly, there's the old, it's a statue, it's a marble statue of Ben Franklin. And it used to be above Library Hall. Now it's at the Philadelphia Library Company. It's behind glass. It's on the street. It's like in one of the windows on the street. I used to pass it every day when I lived there. That statue, that specific one, allegedly, I mean, it's whatever, but used to come down and walk the streets at night. And it's only stopped when they put it in there.
It's nuts.
Yeah, and then there's also the William Penn statue at the little one at the hospital there. That one also apparently walks around. It's like, what the fuck? What would you do if you saw, like, it's made out of metal and you're just watching it, like, do person shit? Like,
well, at first I try to tip it, you know.
Right,
I'm
sure.
like, nice, dude, nice. William Penn, sick, bro.
Sick, bro.
Sick, bro. Oh, dude, Ben Franklin, dude, you gonna go fuck some horse dog? Oh, shit. And then when it just like looks at me and it's stone, a turd just falls out.
Yeah, it just pulls the T-1000. Get out.
Yeah, because it is about to bang some more.
I mean, and, you know, he can't be having witnesses.
Right, and then also with this one too, there was one that was like /cursed towns.
Okay, yeah, you want to go to that?
Like, I mean, it was because the one person said cursed items / cursed towns. Okay, yeah, well, it just, I mean, because it was mentioned in the same one.
Yeah, no, cursed towns. I mean, there's a ton of those. You have the, I mean, what did we do last time? Jerome, Arizona.
Right.
That's a cursed town.
Yeah. Centralia, PA.
Centralia, yep.
Yeah.
Our buddy comes from that town. Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It all makes sense now.
All those fumes, breathing all those fumes.
What the? I never knew that.
Yeah, he goes, yeah.
Now I get it.
Yeah, they used to hang out there when they were teenagers.
He's sorry, right?
I'm not sorry. Don't stop fucking texting me and shit.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like, it's
Knock it
enough
off,
already.
dude.
Yeah.
You know it's
cold calling. It's 2022.
Yeah, it's recording day, dude. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. He knows.
He drives by to see if our bikes are out front. You know?
Exactly. He's like, dude, call me when you guys are done recording. I'm like, okay. We're Mia's watching The Grudge and The Ring tonight for the first time.
Oh, The Grudge, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I saw that in the theater. I remember because
Do you know how excited I am for her to see that for the first time?
Dude, the head when it first comes out, I was
the first time you see it.
I was like, they did this. I was like, they did this in this movie. Like, I was looking at the audience, like, is everyone out? Like,
yeah.
oh
it's
god,
yeah. That fucking noise it makes,
and the way it moved too. I was just like, the Japanese.
Yeah, they know what's up.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, The Ring is Japanese too, but I'm talking about the American remake. That's a hell of a film. Right. Anyway, sorry, we're getting it. But then also, Cursed Towns also immediately makes me think, because then you mentioned Centralia, but also automatically makes me think of Silent Hill, which
excuse me,
Konami, I know you're listening. Please make another Silent Hill game.
We know you're a fan.
What is the problem? What is the problem? Stop making pachinko machines and come make some solid fucking Silent Hill games already.
Well, isn't Hideo Kojima, isn't he like working on one apparently, even though he's not with...
That was Silent Hills. That was that PT thing.
Okay,
It's not happening anymore.
Okay. I read something that they are going to release a new Silent Hill. They're working on it.
That's what I've heard, and that's what everyone's heard for years. But like, if you go on like the Silent Hill subreddit, it's just pictures of dudes, me waiting for the new Silent. It's just pictures of clowns.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I get it.
So, I mean, Cursed Towns, Jesus. There's so many. One just came to mind. Oh, I mean, yeah, you can call that a cursed town.
Point Pleasant.
Oh, God, Point Pleasant. Mi corazón.
Mon cher.
2 different languages.
I know.
I don't know. Fucking dude.
Fucking language.
I fuck around. That's what I did. Shit. Savannah. God, I would even include New Orleans in there. Tombstone. And then just any of those those rando ghost towns out in the Midwest that are just sitting there right now, just rusting and withering away.
Just waiting to terrify someone that shows up.
Me. Waiting for me. All right, so another one that I was going to group together in one of the other ones, but I just like the wording of it, was the malevolent house spirits. Right? I like it.
I like it too, and it's funny. It actually that goes because Eric was trying to explain his first one before we went to the monster one, and it basically was like a ghost that can physically harm you, or something. And I was a tough ghost. So that's what a malevolent house spirit. I want to say / tough ghost.
So does he have his cigarettes rolled up into his sleeve, and he has the greaser do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's like, whatever, poser, and
flicks a ghostly cigarette in your face.
Preppy.
Yeah. What the fuck was that?
Or he's AC Slater. He's AC Slater as a ghost. He dances at you before he wrestles you.
I mean, if that's your definition of tough, we'll go with it.
In the 90s it was. It was this big. You know what I mean?
It's fun. I immediately thought of imagine if because obviously she keeps coming back to this because we just bought a house, but imagine if they had to put in the house listings malevolent house spirits 4, dead bodies 6, and unauthorized yard burials 4.
Well, you had one. Yeah, you had one of those.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah. Good luck with your body, fuck. You should have said it.
Seriously.
But I like too. It's like the one he just he sets up stuff for you to trip over, and he's like pussy. That's just
why are these ghosts so hard?
Right? Yeah. Damn,
dude. I'm just trying to do what I got to do here.
It's
yeah, me too.
You know what I got to? Yeah, I'm doing what I got to do.
Yeah, I'm here for 137 more years. I got to make the time go. Yeah, exactly.
Go pick up your kids.
Yep, and crushes the can and throws it out. Yeah, horrible. If only that would be kind of entertaining.
Yeah.
If you can, that's who you're interviewing. That comes through the fucking jag off.
Pick me up a pack of Newports. The thing is too, you'll start to it's funny too, but you always pulling this, and you close your kind of door and you're driving, you're kind of
you're like, what a guy.
Yeah.
What a guy. What a clown.
And then he's finally leaving. He's like, I'm out of here. I'm getting a piss on you. You're not going, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go. Well, can't you stay? You're like, no, I gotta go.
That's
one more for old time's sake. And he's like, all right. And it misses you. And
all right. Hey, before you leave, could you push my mother-in-law down the stairs? when I'm very far away, so it's obviously not me. He's like, I got you.
Yeah. He smiles at you, and he disappears, right?
Yeah.
And your mother-in-law, Jason! And you're like, one tear.
Yeah. You all right?
Yeah.
Well,
and then you see a cigarette come down the stairs.
Right,
and then never again. He's gone.
Right. I like it.
Yeah. See you, Rodney.
Yep.
Thanks,
Next up, I was surprised by this one. The Incubus. It reminds me of a quote from the movie The Burbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I don't know. That band's lost its edge. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Oh, they meant the band.
They did? Oh.
They meant the band?
I thought they were
talking about the supernatural entity that impregnates sleeping women.
I thought it was like, pardon me while I burst into flames. Like,
I mean, I don't know what they meant. They could mean the band. Because now I'm thinking about, like, would you consider them paranormal?
If the concert has them and Hoobastank in it, then yes.
Wow. Hoobastank.
Yeah.
I feel like Hoobastank was like the No Frills brand.
Yeah.
Like they're like.
Well, yeah, it was like the Walmart version of Incubus.
Yeah.
And somehow they got on, somehow.
Yeah.
I'm not a perfect person. There's a car accident that happens in the video. No, but Incubus. So, like, it sucks the energy.
Why are you running away? What is it I have to say?
Yeah.
This episode's cursed. This is a cursed episode.
Fear itself.
Can we start asterisk on some of the episodes?
Yeah.
Cursed episode.
Yes. All right. Yep.
This is a cursed Incubus, and then you went to Hoobastank.
I mean, they're not that far. They're not that far apart.
Anyway, the entity known as an incubus, that idea that you get, because then there's the incubus and the succubus. Getting raped in your sleep, that's fucked up. And then what if you conceive, you have like a demon baby? What do you do with that?
I don't know, man. Raise it.
Yeah, but then what happens? Is that like an automatic? Is that like it's like
I've seen Hellboy. It was pretty cool.
It's like a trading card pack. It's like, okay, you're getting an incubus baby. It's either going to be a serial killer, the Jersey Devil, or like that goat boy thing that Danny DeVito voiced in the Hercules movie. That's what you get.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get one of these three, and
I'd take the Danny DeVito one
because at least it'd be funny.
Yeah, right.
He'd yell.
Serial killing.
He might yell. He might yell something fun every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Rumham.
Yeah. We're sorry too, Rumham. Yeah, Incubus is bad news. The band and then the fucking mushrooms on every album. We get it, guys.
My shirt's off on stage.
What?
Anyway, yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, sent us down a dark path.
It
here.
It did.
But that's what they do. They suck your energy and they make you into a shell of a human, and then you die.
All right. Just wanted to shadow people. That was one of the next one we got a few of.
Plenty of experiences with shadow people. This guy.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yep. All the time. You're just like, goddamn shadow person.
They seem to like to go where you live, or you like to go where they live.
It's true. It's true. It's one of those things where it's like, I'm haunted, not the locations.
Mm-hmm. Deep. I'm 14 and I'm deep, bro. Stop. He goes
Q
the other
dash.
way.
Q dash. Well, no, it's for attention.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So do a few for
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
So quiet, another wasted night. Television steals the conversation. Action.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Shadow people.
Again, another wasted breath.
Yeah.
Goes unnoticed.
Yeah. Please tell me. Okay.
Cause I can see you, bro. That's enough.
Yeah.
Dude, we went from Hoobastank and Incubus and now to fucking dashboard.
We
Mr. Chris Carrabba himself.
Yeah.
Carrabba's Italian Grill. I don't know.
Speaking of Carrabba's, no.
So shadow people. This is these are one of those things that have been seen since the beginning of time. Shadow entities. Clearly, it's negative if someone's seeing it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's just like when you see a shadow where a shadow shouldn't be cast, you know what I mean? Like
yes.
You've got direct sunlight and like there's nothing there, and then you see that outline or the,
that movement of someone just like, you're like, dick.
Yeah,
like come on.
Or it's just a hand when you're going through an abandoned mental institution. You see that fucking hand, bro? It's one of my favorites of all time. That fucking hand.
They say that shadow people come mostly when shadow people are around mostly when
they like the up pull, not the push.
Hand job cabin.
The up.
They're around most in times of turbulence or change. You know? So if you're past the cutting and dashboard phase and it's real problems, that's
Someone just looked up from they're listening to this like, hey, fuck you. Yeah. This is hard.
It was rough, man. High school was rough.
Chemistry's fucking hard.
Yeah. She said she liked me. All right.
All right.
Savage.
Oh, are we?
Savage. Yeah. But you got to be in this world, or else, everyone's gonna be out there saying for real, and on God, and no cap.
I love the hairstyle.
Those stupid haircuts and their dangly earrings. Thought we were done with the dangly earring.
We aren't. Yeah.
These kids gotta watch Braveheart. That's what they need. Braveheart, The Patriot. Yeah.
Why don't you put Apocalypto on there and then have the Mel Gibson triumvirate?
Yeah, that was coming next.
Oh, okay.
And then Gladiator.
I think they just look at the movies and like, fucking stupid.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta force them, like the Bird or Clockwork Orange, and just be like,
Bird Box.
This is man shit here, I was telling Jay
you're just checking the boxes here. Bird Box? Holy shit.
I was telling Jay before this, like anytime, I'm real down on myself. It's like, man, I should have had this promotion sooner, this and that. I pop on Braveheart and I'm like, I go to work and I just grab the first person I see put their head against the post, cut their neck.
Yeah, but he didn't make it. You know that, right?
I know. I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying that wasn't even really how William Wallace was. It's just like
not at all.
Yeah. That movie rocks shit.
I mean, it does, but all right, I get you. I have my films and my songs that I put on when I need to.
Remember,
Yeah.
Remember the lion inside you.
It's true. I mean, Regulators is one of them.
Yeah, Regulators is one of them. Yeah. I don't know what that has to do with shadow people, but
because when you become a shadow of a person, or you become a shadow to other people, it's time to.
Dude, this is super emo.
I know. It's getting weird. It's because of the lights. Yeah. It's because the season. You got the overcast outside.
Oh, it's so good outside right now. It's so good.
All right, this next one is a fucking banger. Like this. So, this was like randomly out of like a string of comments, and she goes, "Empty vessels out at sea. Just the idea of them, just out there floating." Storms, they're getting knocked around, but they're just floating there. Maybe they have a body in there.
Yeah, like there's one, it's like a guy.
Yes.
That's like melted to the table.
Think about that. Like, you're out, think about being like out on the ocean. You're in like a decent sized boat, it's just a couple of you or whatever on a boat. And here comes this other boat, it's floating, it's directionless. Maybe it's a little tilted because it's had brought on some water. It's yellowed, it's fucked up looking. And like, you just come aside, you're like, what the fuck's going on with this thing? So you come up on it and like, you just go in there and it's just, a fucking dead body in there or something. Like,
and it stinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rough, man.
Or there's nothing in there, and you're like 20 miles out.
What's the one ship? Was it the one you were just talking about? With,
the Man of Medan?
The Man of Medan with the whole crew?
Yeah.
And we are dead.
Yeah. And they brought him in, and then then they were ordered to burn it or something, or
they were towing it back, and then an explosion happened from within the hull. Yeah, and it
was just everyone was dead on board.
Yeah, and the room, one of the things they were saying that was like some kind of gas or some kind of chemical that they were basically muling for Russia. Right. There was one of the yellow agent or some, I forget what it was, but it was one of the thought processes. Or there's another thing, and it was boarded, but they all died with some look of pain or terror on their face.
Yeah. No, it's crazy.
It's fucking crazy.
Just adrift on the ocean. No.
Passing a lighthouse and Willem Dafoe's there, Arr.
I mean, at least you're close to land, but just imagine just out there. Water everywhere, but not a drop to drink.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it either, man. It is terrifying. It's a terrifying thought.
Yeah. The witching hour.
I don't know. I don't know one person that at one point in their life was not kind of scared of this.
Like, there's like, okay, so what are we agreeing is the witching hour?
3 to 4 a.m.
All right. So traditionally, the witching hour is midnight. You're talking about like the evil hour that has come up since all the demonic shit has become prevalent because it's 3 and it's the mocking
insult,
of the Trinity.
the insult of the Holy Trinity. Yeah.
So those are two different things. The witching hour was when they would go out and they would go on their brooms and they would go have black mass in the woods and they would, conjure and all that kind of shit. But I think they probably mean what you're talking about.
That's what it's become now. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, how many times you woke up in the middle of the night and it's at the 3 o'clock hour, you're like, fucking, on the way to the bathroom, you're like, oh, there's no fucking ghosts out here.
Yeah. When I was a kid, totally. I'd be like, I'll wait for 4.
Run to the bathroom.
Yeah. And then one of your close friends comes out of the darkness and goes, don't you flush.
Yeah.
And 2 steps, you're back in the bedroom.
And who said this?
Joe Pierce.
Joe Pierce. In the middle of the night, if it's yellow, you let it mellow. You're wasting 2 gallons of water every time you flush that fucker.
Right.
And this is a dad talking, all right?
Right. It was a great practical joke, though. It was one of the nights he was sleeping over.
That's awesome.
All the lights were off,
Yeah.
His face just out of the darkness.
Yeah.
Don't you flush. 2 hops in the bedroom.
Yeah.
And then, he came in, just laughing his head off.
Motherfucker.
And, on the way back, you already know it's him. You know what I mean? But, it just got you,
Yeah, as you're, going to bed, that son of a bitch.
Yep.
He got me.
Chris is laughing his head off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all the money we had, Karen. Good time. Now, there's something about that, it's that in-between hour, right? Because it's still night, but it's like, in another hour, it's like, it's...
If we could just make it. Just make it.
Yeah.
And then a lot of paranormal stuff happened in that the old house, my mom's house, around 3 a.m., which kind of seemed to cement it for us back in the day.
I think it's just, aside from the hour itself and whatever significance the number 3 may have, I think it's just you're at the point of no return. You're at the furthest you can be, but from this point right now, you're at this is night. You're in the middle of the night.
And scientifically, your body's at its weakest at 3 a.m.
Sure.
So who knows what that has on the effect on
Yeah.
And everything that's going on.
Ghosts are just all right, they're weak as fuck. Let's go do it.
Yeah. Now.
Yeah. What the fuck, dude? Go, dude. Come on, man. What are you doing?
Dude, no. Gross.
Ew, dude.
Ew.
Moving right along. Humanoid almost human creatures.
Right.
So I think you could throw into that category a Bigfoot or the Rake.
The Rake, definitely.
Or
Slenderman.
Oh, just so slender. Just so perky. What else is in there?
Werewolf.
Yes, a skinwalker. Wendigo. All these things that are almost human, or approaching human.
Yeah.
So and I think what freaks everybody out with that is that okay, if it moves like us, then it probably thinks like us, and that's hard to get away from.
Right.
Right. Or
what took your humanity? If you look at it, you're like, oh.
Dude, the emo's got to stop. That's it.
That wasn't emo.
The fuck it wasn't.
What got you? That's kind of like Keanu a little bit. I know Kung Fu. What took your humanity? Morpheus.
No.
Trinity.
This episode is cursed.
I'm having fun. It's October, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, almost human. Horrendous.
Even you go back to the creepy green witch of yore,
Even like the one from Legend? Meg Mucklebones?
The bog witch?
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah.
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 You're not he's on he's trying to do something else and she just shows up.
And she's like, oh, tasty boy. And if Tom Cruise is gonna lie and say that didn't freak him out on set.
That's what Tom Cruise actually looks like now.
Really?
Under his mask.
Yeah. Pulls it off.
He's like Clayface. He goes in his trailer, just fixes himself up.
And he just laughs his crazy laugh hysterically. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's just like that classic Oprah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Talk about almost human. Yeah.
I think he used to be human.
Right.
And they got him.
Faye.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a heart. It's a heart.
From what I've been told, it's a heart. So kind of in the same kind of, well, maybe the same kind of vein. Doppelgangers, evil doubles, evil twins.
What was the teacher in France who kept going to different schools? She kept getting fired because her doppelganger kept causing trouble.
Yes,
and it's historically documented.
Yeah.
And then the newest school, they hired her anyway, and her doppelganger showed up in the classroom from the other students while she was out doing, I don't know, had the kids playing Foursquare or whatever. They did that back then.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, what was her name? But yeah, that's a crazy one. That's well documented.
Yeah, it's that's a strange concept, and it's and it's not just that oh, you have a double out there. No. You have a double out there that's seeking to ruin you.
Yeah. Right.
So, wow.
Yeah, my mom has heard, I was telling you, she'll be in her office in the basement, and she'll hear me come in and go, "Mom," but it's my voice and my, I'm not in the other aisle. It's okay. I'm here.
Okay.
And it's she'll hear me come in or "Yo, Ma," because I'll do that a lot too.
Yeah.
Because I'm, a good half. I'll come in and "Yo, Ma" her like that, and it's me. She knows it's me. She'll be like, "Ken," nothing. She'll come upstairs, doors closed, no one came in.
Yeah. When are we getting your mom on this fucking podcast?
Soon. And the dogs are just crazy bitch. I don't know.
Yeah, we didn't hear anything.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
It's just and it's happened a couple times, which is weird. It's really weird.
All right, next one is, are we done with doppelgangers? Or do you want to keep going on that?
Well, there's that one also famous story too with Abraham Lincoln.
Yes.
Seeing himself in the mirror.
Yeah.
Would you consider that a doppelganger? Because it was just
dreams.
Yeah, exactly. Because he was saying the one had looked real emaciated and dead, it was almost dead. So it's I would consider that an omen more than a doppelganger. But they like to
prophetic dreams.
Yeah, and they like to add that in to doppelgangers though when they talk about them on podcasts.
Yeah, I don't think that's the same thing because I think the doppelganger has to have actually been encountered by other people
and have intent.
You were just here, man, and you were being I can't believe you're back.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Are you fucking? What are you doing back? We just we told
you to leave and never come back.
Yeah.
And you're
what?
What? I brought sandwiches.
Yeah.
Oh, nice apology. I'll take a sandwich.
Sick, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a strange concept. One that hasn't. I think we're just about to light this off. I think that we're talking about it now. Doppelganger is going to make a comeback.
We've been known to be tastemakers, apparently.
We are tastemakers.
Yeah, right.
All right, so next is one of your favorite, I know, the Ouija board.
Yeah, man. We our last episode, we got into that a little bit.
We did.
My history with Ouija boards.
Yeah, I think they're fucking. I think they're cool. I think as an object, they're a cool kind of thing, to be honest. But no, I can't believe them on any level. I think you convincing yourself that shit's happening. Yeah, I believe in that.
I think the only way it's possible to believe a Ouija board exists if the planchette was just moving on its own.
Yeah.
No magnets, just you put it down.
Like that documentary, Paranormal Activity, is a documentary. Did you see the footage? It moves by itself and writes in flames.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ouija boards, man. I know the world has a hard-on for them, but I think there's you have your clusters of paranormal stuff that goes together, right?
Yeah.
Like the first thing we talked about, demonic stuff, this gets clustered into it. I feel like shadow people gets clustered into that a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe a few other things.
The house ghost, the house ghost, the malevolent house ghost goes in with.
Yeah, that almost goes with too. But I think there's things that cluster together, and this one is almost well, you want to get demons? Well, you have to let them through a door. How do you open a door? With a Ouija board.
Yeah, duh.
I don't know. I mean, it's pretty funny too because this is our modern day version of you have wizards and necromancers back in centuries ago had to go through all this effort to get a demon to show up. Now you just go to the fucking Walmart.
Yeah.
Actually, the Walmart sell Ouija boards?
Probably, yeah. The toy... Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah, I've seen them.
Go to Walmart, buy this thing, take it home, say some stupid shit to each other, and you have yourself a demon?
Yeah.
That's... I don't know.
Oh my god, it's spelling something.
What is it saying?
E-V-L. Evil.
Oh, God. Actually, there's a great piece of artwork that we're going to put up here by our boy Sam. Heimer just created. It's a Ouija board piece of artwork.
Oh, nice.
It's a gentleman connecting to the spiritual world, and it gives him the message of "get fucked."
Yeah, I did saw that.
Yeah,
it's nice. It's good.
Yeah, Sam put that out there, and I was like,
Sam.
"Dude, this is great." And I was like, "You got to make this a fucking print." And I think we have one on the way. So as soon as we do, we'll have one hanging up because that's wonderful.
It is wonderful. Good on you, Sam. It's a silly thing. It's like I'm waiting for someone to like turn a Monopoly board into a Ouija board.
Who says they haven't?
I just haven't seen one. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're like, oh my god, it's chance. You pull the chance card, up, you know? or like trouble.
Yeah.
Like you have the
you pop it, and all of a sudden you hear your soul is mine.
Yeah, and you're like,
what the fuck is that? Yeah. You will be next.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Sick,
stuff.
bro.
Sick.
All right, so next up we have Possessed Children, which I also they didn't say it, but that makes me think of the Black-Eyed Children.
Yeah. Circumstantial evidence on every Black-Eyed Children.
Sure, but I'm gonna go with Possessed Children. Let me tell you something. Even the most wonderful child says some shit that you're like, what the fuck are they talking about?
My friends, Paul and Marnelli, their daughter, so funny, but like she talks the other side. She just walks around and just starts like laughing. Dude, she's cute as a button. Funniest girl, sweetest girl, nicest girl. But then she just starts talking to entities. Yeah. And you're like, wow, look at that. She's communicating.
Yep. Yeah, my kids have had their moments here and there. Nothing like crazy, but if any of them are connected, it's Nora. She said some stuff like here over the years. I was like, okay. Yeah. And she's also like, I don't know. She gives those knowing like smirks. I'm just like, reminds me of the kid from The Ring. Sometimes. He's in his room.
Remember Scary Movie 3 where the kid who was supposed to be, he's like, you're...
Yeah.
He's pointing them out. One's the one that's like, that's a hairpiece. And I'm like, you're a slut.
Yeah. When we're done, remind me to have you show you Nora's sketchbook.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Can't wait.
But Black-Eyed Kids.
Add daughter's drawings on it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes. Daughter's drawings. Black-Eyed Kids is another one of those phenomena, but that seemed to be like very isolated. Like it had its window of like plausibility. It was like, oh, there's these kids showing up at houses, or these kids coming to people and like they have just black eyes, and that died like what, it had like 2 or 3 years where it was hot.
Yeah, the one I liked the most was that one where they got like shut up the door.
Yeah,
and they're like, let us in. We're just please, we're hungry. We just need to make a call.
Yes,
but it started to seem like there was someone behind them.
Yes,
that like you couldn't see through the people.
Right.
And it was like bigger and heavier, and it was shaking the door. So when you looked through, you heard this pounding, but you just saw the kids. Like
because the first encounter was like some guy, the first guy that encountered, he was sitting in parking lot of a bank, I believe, filling out like a deposit slip or something, and this kid comes up to him and knocks on the window and like asks him for like a ride or something, and he had all black eyes, and there was 2 other kids with him had all black eyes, and he was like, no. That's for windows that don't have power.
Yeah,
kids. That was the thing. No cat.
Yeah. On God. I would have done the same thing. Like, fuck. Good luck with your dumb eyes, kids.
Yeah.
That was no, not down. I'm going up. Yeah. I'm go up. I was going down for some.
Kenny Dumps is always going down.
That's true.
Yep. So I'm not. I like the idea, but honestly, I think it was the new thing for people to try to get excited about. Yeah. Exactly. Next
spooky
we have
pasta.
Spooky spaghetti.
Yeah. Spooky penne.
Our boy. Keep it al dente.
Yep.
So the next one I think is one of the most classic ones. I think even beyond the possession stuff. Buried alive. There was a whole industry around, little like knickknacks and gadgets to make sure that you weren't buried alive, because it happened quite a bit.
Bells, like the see-through coffin. Like
then you had like the
look in the hole,
and then there were the coffins that they would seal you in. They were like these they were like wrought iron or something, and they were like airtight that they would clamp them down, but they had a viewing window.
Yeah,
and like I guess.
What if you were the guy just wasn't doing his job that night?
Yeah.
You woke up, you're like in the viewing window, like, when's this fucker?
Yeah.
Gonna come, then you finally fall asleep, but he comes, he's like, still dead.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, I missed
well, it's
it.
airtight.
Yeah.
There's only so much air in there.
Right.
And
yeah, that's terrible.
I mean, Buried Alive is, it shows up in so many movies. I mean, you got that, that's in Kill Bill 2, that's the big horror scene. It's like they dig that woman up, you see her corpse to the side, and then they put Uma in the ground, and you got that whole scene of her,
1-inch punching.
Yeah, the brutal tutelage of Pai Mei. Love those movies. But yeah, man, Buried Alive, that's it. Serpent in the Rainbow, I brought it up again because I just rewatched it again last week. I love that movie. It's classic 80s type movies. There's no CGI. There's no high-def film. It has that grain to it. The colors are saturated. Mwah! Bring that back.
Bill Pullman.
Bill motherfucking... That's such a good movie. Anyway, so Buried
I just
Alive.
don't like seeing Bill Pullman scared. I've said it last time,
I just want... You may not know this. It's not real. It's a movie. Although, from what I heard, actors aren't allowed to act anymore. It has to be exactly what the person is if they want to play that part in a movie now. Actors are not allowed to act. So.
Here we are.
So, what do we do if we need a big purple alien with gems to fight Avengers? Do we have to find one of those? So, no more of that.
Can't make jokes anymore either, so.
Yeah, right.
Because
you can't.
Yeah, I was gonna
I like doing this podcast, and I want to continue. So.
Yeah.
All right.
So stifle, Ken. Stifle.
People going missing and missing 401. Wait, is that what
411.
Missing 411.
Yes.
401 was information, folks.
Yeah.
Right? Or was it
No, 411
was 411? Yeah.
401's a cleaning product, first, and that's 409. 401.
We're both
who knows?
fucked.
Who knows what 401 is?
Yeah. Too much TV.
Yeah.
All of us. Missing people going missing, and then the missing 411. Dude, I feel like we should do some missing 411 episodes.
Yeah,
because the circumstances.
Yeah, so when I was a kid, I remember being once again when my developmental and analytical brain started to develop when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
What is really scary? You go okay,
yeah.
And it was dying alone and never being found. That was my first primal fear. Is no one knows what happened to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was kind of I'm
you're
a
legend.
alone.
Now it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Last known photo, fucking awesome.
Yeah. Me with a cigarette in the mouth and the beer. Yeah. But
wild card, bitches.
It's just terrifying. Yeah, no, it definitely is. And I'm a big podcast listener, and I listen to a lot of people like to. Mr. Ballin brings it up. Missing 401. A lot of people do.
David Pilates is the guy. He's been on all the big paranormal podcasts. He's been on all of them.
And some of them, with the little kid being found in that almost a grass patch, so far away that he couldn't have traveled that.
Yep.
And then when all they could get out of him really was he was being carried, and they followed the cows. And it's wait, what? He saw something that he thought were cows that he was moving with as a big creature was carrying him.
Yeah.
There's a lot of those ones that are really fucking weird.
The thing that, because I actually, it's funny they bring this up because I was just watching a bunch of those missing 411 things. And there are some crazy circumstances that these bodies, because most of the time, 99%, they get found, but they're dead.
Yeah.
For them to be alive is very rare.
Yeah.
And, a lot of them, because you have other people who look at it and they're okay, first of all, they're mountain lions and bears both bury their kills.
Right.
Occasionally. So they don't get, hey, here's his shoes, where's the rest of his body? Well, they fucking, so a lot of these that I saw, after the fact, you had guys come on, they're look, this is crazy that we still can't find them, but they bury their kills for this specific purpose.
Right.
So you can't find them. So then, a few of the other ones where it's this old guy who it's his last hunt, he wants to go out on one night hunt, dude's in his 70s or 80s, and they find his body 20 miles away.
Yeah.
The guy couldn't walk.
Yeah.
How the fuck did he get there? And there's there was no marks on his body, and he's just dead. how the fuck did he get? And the one dude was like on the top of this fucking, like, a top of a mountain.
Yeah.
Like, and the one guy was saying, he's like, honestly, he's like, if you look at it, it looks like something flew in, picked him up, and put him on the top of that mountain. That's not what happened, but like, we don't, like, how does that, what is that? Like, it's one of those things, like, you just sit there and you just, like, puzzle over. The only thing I don't like about the Missing 411 is that when you get to, like, the end of that one documentary where they start making, they try to start explaining it.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, they saw this shimmering figure. I was like, no. Oh, it was the Predator, like, basically the Predator.
Yeah.
I was like, nah.
Yeah, those ones, there's a couple in there with the translucent, like,
yeah, the Glimmer Man, I think they call him now. Or
well, and a big thing a lot of people don't realize too, a lot of that stuff, even though Dave Paulides, it's great stuff, it's awesome. A lot of stuff in those stories is either omitted or facts are walked around
they
to fit
leave,
the narrative.
Yeah, they do leave some things out. And hey, I get it. People are, it's
entertainment when it comes down to it.
Not even when it comes down to it. It is entertainment. But it's very interesting to me how easily and how often people go missing.
It's insane.
And it's not even just like, oh, this guy was an invalid. No, the one dude was like, he was like a Navy SEAL. He was like tip-top shape, gone. Mm-hmm. Just gone. Like, they found one of his shoes.
And the one guy that was like a football player, and he was like walking, and he was on the phone with someone, like, I got turned around.
Yeah.
And like they keep talking to him, and then the guys they keep talking to him, he's getting a little more and more panicked.
Yeah.
And then he thinks someone's after him, and then they just find him from like where he was, and I think they pinged his phone to where they found him.
Yeah.
And they're like, his boots were gone, and like it's like.
And there was another one like that. He had a satellite phone. He had a GPS thing. This is like early 2000s, and like he had a GPS thing, and they found him, and he was just sitting against a tree, just dead.
Yeah.
No clothes on. What the fuck? It's just fucking crazy. And even if most of these can be like explained by like animal predation, even that's just as scary. That here we are, 2022. You can go out into the wilderness, which is a lot bigger than people think, and encounter these animals that are so much stronger than us and are evolved to kill and eat things like us. Yeah. And they do it very well.
You're like, oh, there's a fat pussy over there.
Dude, I mean, this is somewhat related, but like, you ever come across some of those videos on like Reddit or something where it's like a fucking mountain lion comes in someone's back door, just carries a German Shepherd off? It's like that German Shepherd's a big fucking dog, and it just clamps down its neck and then climbs over the fence, and that's it.
And the German Shepherd just like...
Yep. So like, a person is nothing.
Sorry.
Yeah, a person's nothing compared to that. If you don't have a weapon or a gun, nothing. And even if you still have a gun. You see that one video of the guy who was
he was like, don't, that one that he had to put it down.
Holy shit. Yeah. And then the other one where he had no weapons, where he was backing out, and it was the mountain lion that was like actively like charging him. That was fucking scary. I was watching him, and the hair on the back of my neck, I was like, dude, what do you do in that situation? That dude
well, then there's the one guy who he used Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to fight off the mountain lion.
Wow.
But it turns out it wasn't a full-grown one.
Okay.
But still, it was still big.
Yeah.
And he was still fucked up. Yeah. But he choked it out and killed it. He like did like a rear guard, and he had to like, and he was like, because he was a hiker, and they're like, what happened? He's like, I had to use jiu-jitsu on. He's like, I had to. Yeah, he's like, I just had to. Yeah. And it got him good. Yeah. And they found the body. It was still big, but they were like, some guy was like, it's not even a fucking adult, like, you know. It's
dude,
like, dude,
don't fucking count.
Yeah, it's like, dude, fuck you, man.
It's like, okay, hey, guy. Yeah. You do that.
Yeah, right.
I love it. Fucking armchair fucking critic.
Yeah. The guy that's like, well, I got some training, so I'm going to analyze this video. You know, like...
Great. Unless it's Survivor Man, I don't want to hear it.
Right.
And then the other one, you see the guy who was being stalked by wolves? He has it on camera?
See, I think I did, but then there was... It brings me right back to the one that was in, like, E-Bomb's world.
Yeah.
And it was man gets stalked by wolves. Super terrifying. You watch it for 5 minutes, and then it's one of those... The green ghost comes in and gets you.
No. This one was... he was being stalked by wolves, and he would turn around. They were just following him. They were just waiting for him. You know, they do that thing with you know how wolves, when they walk, their heads like real low, and they're just waiting, and like
they look like they're about to drop a Fire mixtape. You know,
they are the N1 mixtape.
Play basketball. Hot sauce.
Yeah, but like, and it's this. He gets out, but like they get close, and every time they because he's walking and they're circling him. And like he's trying to get out, he's like trying to keep like facing them, but like it's weird too because like I don't know why I get into these videos, but like you see the difference between like the mountain lions, how they do it, where they're just all whatever, but then the wolves are a little bit different, like because if I'm not mistaken, they're smarter. and they hunt in packs, and like they're just waiting. They're like, we're gonna get you.
Yeah, like you're a part of our crew right now. Like it's cool. Let's go.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, we're gonna get you. Come on. Yeah, so like they're walking and like they're just like waiting for the right time. And every time, like every like 5 or 10 minutes, they like charge and they'll start fucking with them.
Yeah.
And, like this one's like pushing this way, and there's one behind him, and he's like, oh shit, and he's like, he does get out, but like how brazen they were and how unafraid they were. If anything, he's swinging a stick, they don't give a shit.
Yeah, they're like, that's a cool stick.
And then when you first look at it, because like you forget, like you see the video when it was like, oh, wolves, whatever. I thought they messed with the sizing. You forget how big they are. Like wolves, the top of their back shoulder is like this. Mm-hmm. They're like little horses.
Yeah. It's terrifying. No, like, and see, we use that word a lot in here, terrifying.
Yeah.
No, like I'm trying to get to the core of terrifying.
No, that's terrifying. That's in our DNA, being hunted by wolves,
right,
and being hunted by mountain lions, because that is in our past.
And if you're alone when that's happening, that's a new level of fear.
Yeah, because like
that's fear itself, Jay.
Thank you, Kenneth. But I mean, because now we're talking about what's the thing that scares the shit out of me. Because then you realize you're out of your element. We as humans have completely, removed ourselves from any real contact with being proficient in the natural world. You can't defend yourself against that.
Ew, there's no AC.
Ew, dude. Ew. Yeah. Seriously though, like, I mean, most of us carry, or some of us carry a pocket knife. That ain't gonna do nothing. Like, it's just like you just get into those areas where like then you feel like the old world or something, like when we had.
You need like Tackleberry from like fucking Police Academy to come out.
What a pull! Tackleberry. Wow. Steve Gutenberg.
He was Mahoney.
No, I know.
No,
I had all the action figures.
Yeah, I had Sweet Chuck in the fire.
Yeah, good stuff. Anyway, I was just trying to say that like that's the true primal fear right there. Mm-hmm. Being hunted by things that you can't defend yourself against. Yeah. Like we have our brains and our smarts, but we're too comfortable now.
Yeah.
So there's no way that we're gonna.
The wolves are like out of your neighborhood, there, Scarecrow.
Yeah, you came to the wrong fucking neighborhood.
Yeah. What up?
Yeah.
What up? You hear that music, you're like, oh, I'm fucked.
Yeah. Who's playing that? Yeah, so I love this one. The people going missing 411, because it's like just all the things that can still happen to people. And even, what I would put in there? That, that Malaysian flight that just disappeared years ago. Like, yeah, they found wreckage. They know it crashed, but like, how long did it go before they were like, what the they still don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. The Bermuda Triangle.
I've got a lot of things cooking in the Bermuda Triangle.
Oh, dude. Oh. Yeah. Not dead yet, but.
Oh, yeah, Christopher Lloyd. All right, so next we have, this is one of mine, man. Looking out your window at night and seeing something looking back.
Go back to our We Want to Believe episode, man. We went over this. Yeah. Yeah, that window in my mom's bedroom. I would always it was next to my bed. And
it's interchangeable. I had a window next to my bed, too. And it's interchangeable. Is it going to be an alien? Is it going to be Bigfoot? Just something you don't even know about.
Spooky old woman always was the one that would, like...
Yeah, nobody wants that. Jersey Devil, because I lived in the Pine Barrens.
Yeah, right.
Like,
oh, yeah, you were up to fucking here. Would be lousy with Jersey Devils.
It was bad. Yeah. It was bad. Did I tell you that story? My dad, the night he was lifting weights.
I think.
And I thought it was the Jersey Devil on the roof of our house.
Yeah, because the clinking. Yeah.
He was doing deadlifts. And I was like, and I had just read that day, Disney Adventures magazine had a whole little layout of monsters. It was the Halloween edition.
It was primed.
Legit.
You were primed for it.
And I was like, the Missouri Monster, also known as Momo. What the fuck is this? The Dover Demon. Like, you're the same type. Just in your head, it just.
Yeah. I start switching.
And then they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one. Yeah. There's a Jersey Devil.
What about Jersey Devil? Is he in the room now?
I love that meme, dude. Anyway, no, out the window.
That's another one, because like you're looking out, but then something's already looking in. It's like,
and the thing
is that preempting.
It's dark out there.
Yeah.
Right. And like you have some sort of light in there, right?
Yeah.
So you're just looking out in the darkness, like, this thing sees anything I'm doing.
Exactly, because you're lit. Yeah. It's out there. It can see. Like you're you're a torch in the darkness. So it's like, what's in this window? What's yeah. That
movement.
Yeah.
Alien, Bigfoot, Jersey Devil, Scary Ghost Granny.
Yeah.
That's all. That's how they all move.
It's not a window, but it's almost like that scene in Aliens where like, what do you mean? They're in the room. What are you talking? And then they go up, they look, and then Hicks looks up there, and they're all like crawling towards that kind of thing. It's too late.
And it's all of them. It's all the different, together.
Yes.
That's it. Somebody needs to make that T-shirt. It's
together again for the first time. All the cryptids.
They're all crawling towards from like a tunnel.
Yeah.
And our face is at the end with like a Zippo. Or a flashlight.
Yeah.
Like we're like that. We're doing that, and behind us, they're all coming down the tunnel.
I love it. I love it. Mm-hmm. So next up, we have the Hat Man.
Right.
So this is another one that's become popular after the sleep paralysis thing, because apparently this is one of the things that people see is the Hat Man, and then also they say that this is partially what helped inspire Freddy Krueger.
Right. My wife, before the phenomenon struck, in front of the back bedroom with the door closed, that you'd watch close, she would see. She'd be like, it's so weird. It looks like a cowboy hat, kind of. Like, she didn't know how to describe it. Yeah. Big dark figure in front of the doorway when she would go to the bathroom or pass in the middle of the night. Yeah. But I would always get a weird feeling from there anyway. Yeah. And Chris's daughter, her youngest daughter, she would like lose her mind. And like I would run out because I'm like, it's something fucking. Because we would get that feeling. Yeah. You saw it. Boyd knew it. Boyd lived there.
I didn't see it. I just saw the door closed.
That's what I'm saying. You saw the door. Like things like that would happen in that room. Yeah. And like I would dart in there in the middle of the night when I heard her like freaking out. Like I'd be because I was like.
What would she say?
She couldn't even talk.
Wow.
It was before that. She would just be like, you know, like pointing and like and I'd be like, wow. I'm here. It's Uncle Ken. I know. I'm scary.
Yeah. You are.
I know. It was pre Kenny Dumps the Pumpkin Boy, so I wasn't like, hey.
You've evolved. You've come, different forms.
Yeah, I'm at that level now where I'm like,
right.
Kenny Dumps the Pumpkin Boy.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween.
I love it.
Yeah.
Have a cup of cider. I like it.
Candy corn.
I'm into it, man. Also, immediately when I heard the first the Hat Man things, God, this is one of the earlier episodes of Ghost Adventures where they went to the Goldfield Hotel, and there's that one ghost they're talking about. They call it the Gunslinger, where they see him at the end of the hallway, and he has a cowboy hat on. And I was like, this is one of those Hat Man things.
It seems like it's like a boss of the shadow people.
Okay. So there's a hierarchy to the shadow people.
He's like, the next level.
Right. He's a mid-level boss.
Yeah, you're like battling the regular shadow people during the match, and you get to it's like level 3, and there's the Hat Man, and he doesn't move much. He just kind of.
Did we just create a new video game called Shadow Boxing, and you just fight shadow people?
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. Who's the main bad guy? The devil in shadow form?
It might be. I would think it's remember Fern Gully?
Yeah.
Tim Curry's Oil Monster Man, something like that. Or House on Haunted Hill, that shadow entity that would just suck the people in, and then it would show you them telling you everything, scary, like you did this, it's your fault.
Yeah.
And then Chris Kattan saves you.
He doesn't save anybody.
He does. He opens the thing to get him out. Let him get out.
Where's he been?
Chris Kattan?
Yeah.
He did Monkey Bone with Brendan Fraser, and it was done.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And then I think they were like, Corky Romano, we'll give you one more. And that was terrible.
Yeah.
He was terrible.
Yeah. The one thing was funny when he was that monkey guy and he was eating the fruit. That was about it.
Night at the Roxbury was hilarious. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Still, go back and watch it again. It's hilarious. Yeah. Anywho.
All right, so that's the full list, and then I just have my deep fear, and then we'll pass it over to you for your deep fear. Do you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay. So for mine, and it's kind of a broad concept, because it's whatever, but old abandoned buildings. There's something very scary, there's no other word for it, about places that are just left. And the idea that we're sitting here, we're doing this, right? We're sitting here, we got the computer, that at any second we could just stop and just leave it. The things we were just moving, we were just using and moving, this is just gonna stay here forever like this now. And then someone's gonna come across it years later into this abandoned building. Oh, what the fuck? Look, they were just sitting here doing this kind of stuff. That concept really fucking gets to me.
Okay.
And then you go to these places and because you're waiting for someone to come out one of the doors. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's like something about those dark doorways, or just those doorways that are there, and like you're in this abandoned building. It's like you're just waiting for someone to come through one of those doors. It's so weird because like it's like everything is just left, and people were there for a long time, and then all of a sudden one day they're just like, people are not here anymore.
Yeah, and there's like a like, well, you said it's a concept, right? So like also like the idea of like you're waiting for someone, like you're like, this was left for a reason, and the reason is it's supposed to be left for you to show up. You know, like that whole like you walked into our.
No, it's not even so much that. It's just that here it is. It was useful to me right now.
Oh, I'm not saying yours. I'm saying that's another angle you can take from it. It's like, you've walked into our, like,
sure.
We've been waiting for you because you, I don't know, your blood type. We're gonna eat you. I don't know.
Cool.
It's October. Leave me alone.
I don't know. No, I just that concept and that whole idea of like these things are useful and active right now and they're needed because they're being used by living, breathing people, but nope, now we're not using it anymore. And here's this stuff and it becomes useless now. It's just, that's scary to me.
Oh, no, I get it. Do you want to lay down on this chair and keep telling me more about it?
No. But just
I get it.
But it's also fascinating to me at the same time. Like going to these, you go around these rooms, and you see these things that were used. When I was in college, I think I told you about this, but if not, I'll just reiterate. So, the block that I lived on, every building had basement, and then they had sub-basements, and they had these sub-basements with hallways that connected all the way down the block. I think they were going to be used as fallout shelters.
Right.
They were obviously built in like the 60s or 70s, maybe even the 60s, I don't know. So they had that look of like everything was like a tan and like some brown and stuff like that. And so anyway, we went down there the one day because my friend was telling me, he's like, I live down here. There was like a bookstore or something. He's like, I work here. They showed us down here. There's just these unused office areas, but they're not offices. There's tables and chairs with, drop ceilings and light, but never been used or haven't been used. And there's just rooms like that. And there's these tunnels that connect them with hallways underneath each building. I was like, what? So he's like, yours should be connected, because he was like, he got into it. Like he looked at maps. He's like, no, it's definitely under your building. So we went into down the elevator into the basement. And then we get to the basement. There's all like, and this is like an old fucking, it's Philadelphia. Like this is old. The cellar looked like maybe this was a cellar for a building before the one that they built there. So like we go into the cellar there, and then there's a big heavy door. We open it up and it's open, and there's fucking like those like metal like grate type stairs.
Okay.
That went down into the darkness.
Ding ding.
Yeah,
ding,
those. Like so.
Like on a spaceship, you see them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we flip there's a switch. We flip it on, and it lights it up, and it's like
the lights go juice to come on like that.
It didn't do that, but like it went down, and you could see a hallway. I was like, we look, and there's like 4 or 5 of us, and we went down, and we go down to the stairs, and like it's just a hallway. And then the guy who was I forget his fucking name, John maybe. This is freshman year. I don't remember, but he was like, I guarantee you this connects to the hallway at the end of the block, because like you look and it's just a long hallway. Because now if you're thinking about it, you're underneath the building and it's going all the way under the length of the street. And then so we walk down, and then he's like, dude, this is underneath. It was the Borders there. Yeah. He's like, this is Borders. And then we go to the end. He opens the door. He's like, yeah, dude, we're in the basement of Borders. And this was at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, what the fuck? And like it was these rooms with like office with like long office type tables with like the fold out chairs. Like it was just weird. Like,
and they all had these like cellar doors, like the storm door kind of deal.
Yeah. It was just.
Did Ivo Shandor design this building?
No, I think they were. No, I think they were expecting if there was like like if it was built in the 60s and they were still expecting nuclear war with Russia, right. And this is a city. They're like, well, there's a lot of people they're gonna have to shelter really quick.
Yeah.
But
Russia.
Yeah, but it was like just sitting there, and like there's just dust on everything, and like that freaked me. I had nightmares that night. I was like, these tables that just sit here in the dark. Someone put them here one day, and they never got used. It's just that concept is scary to me. I don't know why.
Yeah, no, it's no, I get it. I totally get it. It's like also like the folly of people's planning. Just like it's like you invested so much time and money and it's wasted. It's done.
Yeah.
Your work, all that work you put in money, time, and invested in planning, no one's ever going to use that.
Yeah. Or like it just stopped.
Yeah.
All this worrying and busying over stuff and it never mattered.
Yeah.
Like, or like you see, or whenever you see like urban exploration of places, or like Chernobyl.
Were you
like,
going to say Urban X? Is that what you were going to say?
Urbex, bruh.
Yeah.
You know, the ones that like hide money and like, dude, I found all this money in this building. No, you didn't. YouTube views.
Yeah.
Or like, people that go to like explore Chernobyl, like that's like that shit is just like, it was useful for all this time, and then one day it's not anymore, and then it just sits there. It's just so weird.
No, yeah, it's a dazzling concept, my friend.
Yeah. So what do you got?
Spooky. Oh, dude,
just pick one.
No, I am gonna pick one. It's the one. I'm saying, dude, because you fucking know this. Everyone knows this. Alien Abduction, bro.
I didn't think that was your main one.
That is my main one.
Oh,
dude,
what?
That's my main one. Are you kidding me?
Main one.
Because like, well, my people at work, they were talking to me about it, and they were like, "Well, no, I thought you were like scared of space." And it's no. That's a different fear. Entirely different fear altogether. That's an irrational fear. That's something that is just.
So this is not an irrational fear.
Oh no, this is alien abduction.
You think you're gonna get
an alien, multiple aliens in your face?
Yeah.
Taking you, they hit you with a freeze beam. You know, and you're
they give you the Chuck Rack experience.
Yeah, right. You go out, they touch you with their fingertips. They guide you, to in the ship, fucking strap you to the bed. You know,
they have to use straps.
For me, they do.
Okay,
because that freeze beam better be strong, bro.
Right.
Because I'm raging, dude. Like new levels of mania would be coming for me at that point.
I'm into it.
You know, you wake up, they're batting your dick and balls around or whatever they do.
Like a cat?
Yeah, they're like, what's this? What do you do with this? Yeah. Flip you over, spread your cheeks, just look into your asshole for a while.
Yeah. They're like,
you're just
blow pop.
Yeah, right.
We're done.
You're just screaming. You're in your belly, howling, screaming.
Somebody saw fire in the sky at a bad time.
Oh, I was a kid.
Yeah.
It was when I believed it. That's how it happened,
It's gonna happen.
But like that is the fear of anything that's supernatural, paranormal. If we're going with what would scare you the most, an old lady ghost could come around this corner right now, fucking queef in my face. Like it'd be terrifying, right? Scary. Ghost queef, cobwebs.
Yeah.
A Bigfoot could come and snap my leg off, eat it, stab you with it. Like terrifying. Alien abduction, dude. Mind-shattering visual of like just aliens like whatever noise they make, whatever they do, they're just like giving you purple nurples for 2 hours to see what what the effects are, jamming shit in your belly button, sucking on your knees.
Wow, that's weird.
I know. Like what are they doing? They don't even, like I said, they flip you over again, take a second once around in your asshole looking in.
When they're done, then they take the blow pop out.
Yeah. Throw it. A severed head catches it in the corner,
Yeah.
It's terrifying. And it's all in space. So they're flying, they're setting a course for, Grimgrap. You're on your way.
Centauri.
Yeah, you're on your way to, Sirius. Where you're going somewhere. They're taking you there for a little bit just to show their entire. They pull up the screen and they're like, "This is his asshole,"
Yes.
And they're all like, "Oh,"
Show us when you batted his cock and balls for 45 minutes.
They turn it over and they're just like, just batting them around different directions. And their people are going nuts. It's like a scene, you know what I mean? It's like that scene in The Matrix, right? Where they're in like the rave.
Yeah.
It's that, but
this
it's all
Zion
the aliens.
And we're free.
Yeah. But it also looks like Independence Day.
Yeah.
When the rock where they're all there and they're like, what's going on? It's a mixture of those two scenes, and it's just my dick and balls and asshole on a screen. Getting battered around, and the thing is, like the aliens doing it, no emotion. They don't care.
It's not even fun.
It's not fun for them.
They've done it so many times.
No, even the first time they did it.
They're trying to feel something.
And it's nothing.
Now,
the people love it though.
Yeah.
They're like, no, it's exploration. We more knowledge. For creatures that you've stolen, because they do the same thing. There's been dogs up there, space cows. From other planets. They just pick them in front of a screen.
Yeah.
For other people.
Yeah.
Some other alien with 9 arms. They're like, they just have its arm put up. They're like,
yeah. They just fuck with it.
Yeah.
We fuck around, dude.
That's what we do. And then they're done with you, right?
Yeah.
They're done with you. Your butt hurts.
Yeah.
Well,
that goes without saying.
Your D and B are sore.
Yeah.
They put you back in your bed and they just peace. They don't even They're not like it was fun. Yeah. Though before you go, they one sits on your face and you forget everything.
It sits on your face, farts, and
and you wake up and you're like, why do I taste cotton candy?
Aliens have cotton candy.
Sure, whatever. It's a weird amalgamation of randomness. That's just what it is.
Okay,
for
so
me.
This is your fear. Now, do you think this is possible? Do you think you could be abducted by aliens?
Yeah, maybe. Sure. All I know is, look, if anything made me believe it, it's the Benny and Barney Hill, those tapes of their fear.
So Barney Hill killed himself because aliens batted his cock and balls for a while?
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't kill himself. His brain killed itself.
You know what I mean? He was on the verge.
Yeah.
He was on the verge.
Yeah, but his brain was like, can't handle it.
Yeah.
Aneurysm.
Wow.
Brain bleed.
That's an interesting fear.
Remember his voice? And
I'm not. I'm not discounting it.
Once again, I'm not even just saying that yes, this can happen. I'm saying if something can happen.
Yeah.
If it's a supernatural paranormal thing.
Oh.
Like how we're going with it.
Oh, okay.
That idea, that concept, if it's a paranormal thing that is the scariest thing, it's that.
Yeah, I could totally go.
They just show up in their face. They're looking at each other.
I think they make noises.
Maybe. I don't know. That's the thing.
Emotionless.
Yeah, and you have to. You're gonna you know what I liken it to? When you're doing something and someone tries to kind of scare you with a mask or something, and your brain for that second is
real.
Is what am I saying?
Yeah,
and your brain does that.
Yeah,
it'd be like that for an hour, kind of, because you're and then after they're done whatever they're doing to you, and you drop you off, they fart, you forget, and then you wake up and then someone tries to giving you hypnosis because 4 hours is gone, of your time.
Yeah.
They give you the hypnosis.
The hypnotic regression.
Yeah, and you're like,
there's a body.
Yeah.
I see a body swinging.
And you're like,
from a rope.
It all comes back to you, and then you're having this, you're like, sucking on your knees,
That's bizarre.
They have your one leg up there smacking the back of your kneecap, in there, what does this do? Anything?
Wow, this went to a weird place. I wouldn't even say that's scary. That's more like Ken's psychosis.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Cut a little of your armpit hair out for later.
Yeah.
They just randomly, because during the week, they have the regular programming, they pull it out.
Yeah.
And the people are like, oh, they show them.
Right.
Weird trophies from the people they steal.
Pure insanity, sir.
Yeah. It's October, man. Leave me alone.
It is. All right, well, that's the end of our list here. And I think Ken's about to have a psychotic break, so...
Well, I'm good.
Yeah, that face says I look good. Could you camera here? Yeah, that's the picture of mental health right there. Yeah. Yeah, still electrodes on his head.
They remove my bolts.
Right. All right. Well, you got anything else on this?
No, man. It's just great. Thanks everyone for that. Submitted a fear itself topic.
Yeah, especially thankful it was that one guy who used the same edgelord answer for both of our posts.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
another Weisenheimer.
He's
hand the mic to the trash.
Yeah. Anything else?
Oh yeah, I guess that's gonna do it for this episode of the podcast.
Weird beginning to October.
Yeah, man, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Well, for this episode of the Age Podcast, I'm Ken James.
And I'm Jason McKittrick.
And as always, have a spooky evening.
Spooky.
Thank you for listening to Other Dangers Podcasts. Have you encountered the other dangers? If so, you can email us at otherdangerspodcast@gmail.com. And if you'd like to have a discussion about the paranormal, you can find us at Other Dangers Podcast on Facebook and Instagram. There you can find submitted pictures, videos, and artwork from listeners. We are now streaming on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else podcasts are streamed. And after listening, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can continue to bring you the other dangers.